game in the season, the championship. I mean, this is what every football player straps the helmet on for. And these teams have not lost during the season, with the exception of Laconia, which has dropped just one game, but they're on a big winning streak, and Somersworth has yet to lose this season. They are a powerhouse.
And that only loss by Laconia was to the Toppers of Somersworth. And boy, I tell you, those Toppers can put some points on the board, too.
They can put some points on the board, but keep in mind that game was a 20-13 win for the Toppers, so it was not easy. They threw a lot at them, Laconia did. They're expecting the same this time around. We'll find out a little bit more about that coming up in the show. Well, the Toppers, they'll be looking to be in top form this afternoon. They'll be chasing a dream that's eluded Somersworth squads for a decade. Class I title mean to a Somersworth football player?
It means a lot. It means what you've worked for since you're a freshman, or since you've played football. It's like the highest thing on a pedestal. You just shoot for it ever since you stopped playing football.
It'd be the greatest feeling, because ever since we started in high school, we've just been hearing about how Somersworth was a great team before, and we're just going downhill. And finally, we showed people that we'd be able to bring it back up.
Of course, to capture the elusive crown, the Hilltoppers must first beat Laconia. And to do that, the defense has to be at the top of its game.
I think the key to stopping Laconia is just to stop their passing game. First time we played, we stopped their running game and everything, and we're more set on defense this week.
I think all of us just going to have eye out for pass. That's our biggest worry right now. We're just going to try to get to the quarterback fast and don't give him a chance.
The Somersworth Hilltoppers have come a long way in a period of just 1 year. Last year, they finished at 3-5, while this year they're 10-0 and counting to what they hope will be a Class I championship, their first since 1981.
I was there 10 years ago, and they won it the last time, and back then it was sort of a given. They won it every year. And as of late, the football program hasn't been as strong as it used to be, and it's starting to get very strong again.
If Somersworth does prevail, there will have been 3 common ingredients in their formula for success: commitment, leadership, and togetherness.
Yeah, over the summer, people started working out and everything, and when you have 14 seniors on the team, it's a big help to you. We go out Friday night before a game and everything, and I think when you're close together like that, and nobody gets out on the football field, and if something bad happens, everybody tries to lift you up, and you don't feel bad.
Yeah, we just been able to keep the emotion up, and nobody's got down on each other. Every once in a while we get in little scraps on the field, that's it. But we've just been able to keep together mostly, and that was the biggest thing this year.
I'll tell you, the team that really is coming to play in this instance, and of course I've been partial because I went over to Somersworth. I felt these kids definitely had that look of winners in their eyes, and something that both teams share in is the fact that with the economy the way it is, and school budgets for athletic programs, the kids at Somersworth were very leery of not having a football team to put out in the field this season because of budgets.
Also, Laconia, the past 2 years, they've had to raise $100,000 to come up to save their football teams, and both the communities. Hats off to Laconia and Somersworth for doing that. But the Toppers turning around. They were 3-5 last season and really putting it around to 10-0 this year, and Laconia has done the same now. Playing in state championship games has become a hard habit to break for the Sachems, but unfortunately, so has losing them. Laconia has lost 5 state championship games the past 10 years without winning a single one. It's a statistic the Sachems want to turn around today.
Handoff, Mosqueda, goal line, touchdown.
Coming off a tough loss like that, going the whole year undefeated and losing the last game, so
we're really pumped up for this game. Last year we were playing not to lose, and this year I think we know we can win.
Being in the state championship game just isn't good enough for Laconia anymore. 5 times in 10 years they've been a bridesmaid, including last year to Kennett. This time around, they want to tie the knot.
Yeah, but we're just taking it like any other game. If we let the pressure get to us, then it's going to work against us. Well, this is what it's all about. It comes down to the big game. It's for all the marbles.
You think about it all week. You're in school, you're taking tests. That's all you can concentrate on is Somersworth. You're real edgy, but it's a good feeling because, everyone wants to be the state champions and everyone wants to be where we are now.
Only once has Laconia felt what it's like to lose this year. Sure, the Sachems have won 8 in a row, but believe me, they remember that lone loss. That's right. It was to Somersworth.
it really hurt. We came back, Somersworth, thought, hey, we can beat them and everything. And, they taught us a lesson. I think it helped us a lot.
It really hurt us, and we weren't the same then that we are now. We've changed a lot since that one game.
I really want to shove down their throats because they came in here, yelling at us, telling that they're going to get revenge, and it's rude awakening time. And I think it's just time that we went down there and showed them what we can do.
I think they're rude, and we got to show them who's boss and
talk is cheap. We just got to go down and do it.
Whether it's for revenge or a championship plaque, the fact is this team wants it all, and they won't stop until they get it.
It'd be great. I mean, I'd have a lot of great memories about this team. I already do. Win or lose, a lot of good friends in this team. And to come back and see that trophy, it'd be great.
Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. The intensity, everything.
We had the #1 football team in New Hampshire. How would that feel?
It's better than being second, and by far, because, you know, you got to be on top. You know, if you're not on top, then it's not really that much at all.
Boy, talk about psyched up for a championship game. You guys are dressed for the part, huh?
Yeah, we got everyone, the whole team got their head shaved. We're all pumped up, psyched. Got my number here, 39. It's kind of a way of showing that we're ready to play. We're ready to hit.
I was wondering for a while and kind of scared they were bringing out the razors and the scissors to my head. But these guys, again, we talk about again, earlier on in the season, Somersworth defeated Laconia 20-13, and these Laconia kids took it a little personal, and they want a little revenge.
Well, I'll tell you something. Somersworth wants no part of Laconia. They know they're a good football team, but I'll tell you something else. This team right now in Somersworth says they're going to bury him in their cemetery, and I understand Laconia has a comeback.
Well, the sachems say they're going to dig themselves out of the last time they were buried in the cemetery and bury Somersworth, so we'll have to wait and see. A lot of dead things around there or something. But coming up next on the Class I Championship pregame show, a little one-on-one with head coaches Jim Fitzgerald and James Keys.
But first, there's several more playoff games going on in the state today. Here's the list.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus is coming to town, along with Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay, Rudolph, full power.
Welcome back. He's almost been in Laconia longer than Lake Winnipesaukee. Well, not really, but close to it. I'm talking about Sachem head coach Jim Fitzgerald. 2 decades of Laconia football, and he keeps coming back for more.
Let's go. Let's bring it in.
First out, come on.
First offense right here. Let's go. Line it up right here. There's no doubt in my mind that we're capable of winning the state championship. I think this is an outstanding football team. We're a team that's made, as I say, steady progress through the season. Early on in the season, as I said, we had a great deal of concerns and everything. But to be quite honest with you, in some areas, the kids have responded so well, it's even, we've surprised ourselves, so to speak.
Coach, 21 years at Laconia. What makes you keep coming back?
The biggest factor in my staying in Laconia and really enjoying my tenure here has been the kids that we're coaching here. Laconia has a good cross-section of kids from various walks of life and so forth, and they come together, and we've always had great enthusiasm and great town support. So it's, I think it's probably the best place in the state of New Hampshire.
Now, this being a small school, the big schools are having problems economically, but being at a small school like Laconia, I mean, money's tight.
It was the people in this community are great. As you say, we've experienced 2 very difficult years in terms of funding for athletics here in Laconia. But through the help of the citizens and the community got together, and they wanted to make sure that the young people in our schools had an opportunity to participate in sports and extracurricular activity.
Now, out of the last 10 years, Laconia, they've been a bridesmaid 5 times. It's got to get a little frustrating.
It is a little disappointing to get there and not quite win the big trophy rather than the small trophy, and our goal this year certainly is to win that big trophy. I think the thing is this year's group of kids have made tremendous progress through the year. They're really excited about getting into this game and having an opportunity to meet Somersworth once again, which gave us our only blemish on our record this year.
Now, Coach, you have never won a state championship. What would that mean to you, walking off the field with that trophy in hand, knowing you're #1 in New Hampshire?
The happiness I get as a coach, and I think any coach that's been in it for a while, that stays in the game, it comes from the success of the kids. I think as a coach, you develop a bond, a relationship with your kids, much that you would with your own children. And you see them have success, and it fills you with joy. And I think that's the thing that most would be satisfying for me. I think.
A guy who loves his kids and definitely loves to win. And I tell you, it's been a tough time. 21 years, and he's never won a state title. 5 times in the last 10 years. He's getting sick of it, taking 2nd place. But they still win up there in Laconia.
Hey, you have to give the guy credit. He was trying, that's for sure. And, you know, on the other hand, we have a young coach and Somersworth's coach, and we'll get to him in just a moment. But, you know, one thing that I think that's interesting to look at when you look at these two teams, Jeff, is that Laconia has one loss, and they have been winning consistently pretty much since that loss, well, definitely since that loss in the second week of the season. And the thing you have to look out for if you're Somersworth is this team peaking at just the right time. And is your team maybe going to fall through the trap door? You don't know. You've won 10 in a row. You certainly hope not.
Oh, exactly. Laconia coming off again. Nothing. It probably was a good thing they lost to Somersworth at the beginning of the year. A little revenge, and it's helped him give over the hump. This has not been an easy year for Jim Fitzgerald. 21 seniors graduated. He's had to basically glue this team together and put them on the field, and he's put a very competitive team that they're in the state championship game, a very young team that has made it all the way. So I tell you what, he has done a heck of a job, and I'm sure Jimmy Keys has done the same thing at Somersworth.
Well, I'll tell you, but he did have 14 veterans to help out, 14 seniors coming back. Well, Somersworth is led by fourth-year coach Jimmy Keys. As we mentioned earlier, he took a 3-5 team a year ago and turned it into a 10-0 squad so far this year. But he knows full well the Sachems will be on the warpath.
You know, I look at Laconia as one of the solid football programs in the state. And as you try to build your own program, you want to, you know, get yourself to that level where you can compete with, you know, the Laconias and the Kennetts and the Plymouths that have been so successful over the years.
Coach, right now this team is 10-0, and obviously the mental frame of mind has been in sync all season. How do you keep that edge before the biggest game for many of these kids of their lives?
The boys themselves were anxious to turn things around. They had made a pretty solid commitment to, you know, off-season work in the preseason schedule, and so at the beginning, it was not a real tough job because, you know, they wanted to win, and getting out of the gate early with a couple of wins really gave them the confidence that they needed.
Coach, on Saturday, you're definitely going to need some players to step forward, maybe even a little bit more than they did during a perfect season, a perfect regular season. Who are some of the players, first of all, on offense that you'll be counting on? Then we'll take a look at the defense.
Our running game has been a plus for us all year, and, you know, we look for big things from any one of the three, and hopefully all three, but any one of the three. And tight end Chris Sarecchia, hopefully, you know, his blocking and pass catching ability will be a big plus on Saturday. Defensively, we're need a real good job from our defensive ends. Laconia's quarterback Aaron Jones is probably one of the best quarterbacks in the state, regardless of division. And yeah, if we can't keep him inside and get some pressure to him, he's going to make it a long day for us.
Coach, this game, obviously a huge one for Somersworth. It's been since 1981 that you last won a football championship. And earlier you were telling me that it's really brought the community together, and that a number of Seacoast football teams have fared well this year, and your team is certainly one of them.
Having a winning football team has really brought the community, the school, everybody, you know, together into a real tight group. And I don't think there's anybody, you know, in Somersworth or the high school or anywhere that is not anxious for Saturday to get here.
I'll tell you something, this coach certainly is a serious coach. When even talking in an interview format, I don't think it was that he was intimidated by being on television as much as it was he was serious, and that's the type of message he conveys to his football team, and those kids acted. I guess they got a little showy early on in the season when they started rolling up the wins. He and the coaching staff took them aside, put them in their place for a few days, and just said, hey, listen, guys, it's a long way from over, and I'm sure that speech will be given tomorrow.
But they've been doing so well, 10-0, and you know, the folks at Laconia, they're saying how rude and obnoxious the Somersworth players were when they played at Laconia, and really didn't treat them that nicely, and they were at Laconia, remember? So the Sachems really want to go into Somersworth, where they call the graveyard, and beat up on Jimmy Keys' Topper, so I'll have to wait and see what happens.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see the next segment of the show, because we both visited the high schools, you Laconia, me Somersworth, and a lot of spirit going on in those schools, and a lot of kids saying that the other team is going down.
Going down. Dead meat. And I tell you what, coming up next on the Class I Championship pregame show, a special trip to the campuses in Laconia and Somersworth, and boy, were they rocking.
But first, I was in Somersworth, and I tell you what the Topper fans had to say. They sure had their voices out.
Cheer, cheer for Somersworth High, results go right up to the sky. Fight, fight, fight with all your might. For the victory today for the blue and the white. Come on, opponents, one and all. We're gonna take you big and small. Fight, fight, fight with all your might for the school on Memorial Drive.
Have you seen the prices of cars lately?
Back, everyone. At Somersworth, it was blue and white for as far as the eye could see. Everyone had an opinion, and strange as it might seem, all were positive.
All right.
This is going to be something. I'm going to the principal's office. I'm not being sent. I'm going on my own accord because Bob Langelier, the principal of Somersworth High School, is right through these doors, and we're going to find out what he has for an opinion on this game. So come on. There it is. Bob Langelier, right through these doors, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to find out about the game. Here he is.
There I am.
Bob, appreciate you visiting with us today. Mark Archibald, Channel 9.
Okay, Mark, pleased to meet you.
And Mark Anderson.
Me a cameraman, too. Hi, Mark.
Good cameraman. Here we go. Let's talk about the big game coming up this week. Obviously an exciting thing for the school. I noticed all the kids in blue and white out here. Your thoughts?
Certainly a great game we're all looking forward to. And kids are enthused. The football players are certainly ecstatic and ready to play and hopefully win.
It's the first time we've been here in a long time. We're going to kick some butt.
We are going to
It's going to be
kick
a
some
hard
major
game, but we're
butt.
going to get them anyway.
You talk about weights. The Somersworth Hilltoppers will be playing for the Class I championship for the first time in 10 years. But there's no doubt who's number one. Who's going to win this week?
Toppers, of course. No question about it.
Now honestly, are you folks putting together training meals for this team that's making them win? At all these games, they're 10-0.
All week long, we've been just feeding these kids the good, healthy food that they need to win this game.
Now, how many times do the football players come through the line? Do you catch them sometimes trying to sneak an extra pizza?
Oh, well, they always ask for something extra to eat, and we don't question it because they're going to win this game for us.
Somersworth has always been known for being small and tough and aggressive kids, and this is another one of those teams.
So I think we have one of those teams that it's going to, put us back in where we like to be as far as football goes.
I got to keep it down a little bit. See, we're here in the library at Somersworth High School, but I'm dying to know what the librarian thinks, and she's got to be excited, even if this is the library. Are you
We
excited?
have a very active library. We've seen lots of kids dressed in blue and white today. They're all excited. Everyone is wild and thrilled about all this.
Come on, opponents, one and all. We're gonna take you big and small. Fight, fight, fight with all your might for the school on Memorial Drive.
Tremendous job by the fight song cheerettes, I guess we'd call them. I'm not sure exactly what you'd say on that, but it was a lot of fun.
Did they teach you the song, though? Do you know the song now?
I cannot do it. Nope. I mean, I know some of it, but I will not recite it here on this very stage right here. But I want to thank everybody over there because they certainly helped me out a lot, and Mark Anderson, our cameraman, and we had a super time. And you can't help but get caught up in this. I mean, I was seeing blue and white once I got in the car and was driving back.
Geez, and you're wearing a little blue and white tonight,
Well,
too.
I don't know. That may just be by coincidence.
One thing you didn't get was lunch, though. Laconia served us up, had lunch and all kinds of stuff. Everyone wearing red. I guess it was a Red Sea in Laconia. But to say Laconia is a football-crazed town these days would be an understatement. This town, shadowed by, well, the shores of Lake Winnipesaukee, loves its team. I made a little tour of Laconia High earlier in the week and got caught up in this spirit myself.
Okay, you ready? Laconia's number one. They're going to beat Somersworth.
Definitely.
What's the story? Is Somersworth dead meat on Saturday or what?
Dead meat, yeah.
We're going to kill him.
I don't know. I think Somersworth's getting a big head over this. They're going to be really surprised when Laconia just blows them off the field on Saturday.
Somersworth doesn't even have a chance. I know a lot of people on the football team, and they are all pumped about this. It's Somersworth is going to get killed.
Welcome to Laconia High. Enrollment 652. 652 crazy over their Sachems being in the state championship game.
Hey, what's on the menu for Saturday?
A win, of course.
You gonna eat that pizza like Laconia's gonna eat up Somersworth?
That's right. You're right.
Eat it.
Yeah. Hey, this one's in the books. Laconia's gonna win.
Topper's going down. Big showdown. All we're going to do is just break them in little tiny pieces. You know, we're going to take it from the beginning, and it's going to end up, and, you know, St. John!
Sure, there's excitement, but when you've come so close so often, some are, well, a little subdued. 5 second-place finishes in 10 years can do that.
All of us that have been here that many through those, there have been disappointments, and I think we just maybe feel just a little bit more reserved about it and don't want to put a lot of pressure on the kids that are playing. And it's another football game, but it's for all of us is a big one.
To say Laconia is starving for a state football championship would be an understatement. You see, the last time the Sachems tasted a title was over 20 years ago. Students and teachers are reminded of that fact every time they walk by this trophy case, so boy, are they hungry! Yeah! Now, Dave McCabe was a teacher. I mean, the last time Laconia won a state championship. Can you reminisce? That was a long time ago.
You better believe it. I've been coaching since that time, and this is will be my 6th time in the finals. And I'm tired of bringing home silver, and this is the time for gold. And I think this time Laconia High School Sachems will come home and win the game.
Cocky? Nah. Just a school hoping that its football team takes Somersworth to school on Saturday.
Student body president of Laconia, you have to have a prediction for this game.
Oh, I think they're definitely going to win it.
We've been hearing people from Somersworth say that their field's a graveyard and they're just going to have to bury some Laconia kids there. Well, this is one Laconia kid that says their graveyard is going to be used on them.
There's a future Sachem fan right here. Good luck to the football team. We'll see you Saturday.
Well, what's the secret behind this Laconia football team now? I have rumors it's something here.
These boxer shorts.
This leads into more touchdowns, huh?
Yeah.
They love their Sachems at Laconia, and I had a great time, too. I'd like to thank everybody for my trip up to Laconia, and especially to the cafeteria crew. A nice lunch, a little chicken and a little squid and all kinds of good stuff.
You know, Somersworth has to make it next year, so when I go back for my return trip, I'll at least get lunch. We didn't have time. We were so busy trying to get everybody in and get their opinion and get them on, that we didn't have time to stop in the caf, except after the caf was of course, emptied of students for the afternoon.
We can have a hot dog a little bit later today during the football game or whatever. Should be exciting. It doesn't get any better than high school football. You know, I covered UNH football a lot, and that's pretty darn exciting. But high school football, just a little extra excitement, I think.
Oh, the emotion level is at its highest, no doubt about it. And you saw some of the kids already talking in the piece a little bit earlier, saying that this is what is the pedestal for a high school football player. I mean, this is the top rung, and you want to try and win the championship. If you get to the dance, you want to make sure the slippers are golden.
Exactly. Cinderella. Not too many people can say they won a state championship. That wraps up the pregame festivities. Coming up next, it's time to rock and roll. And I'll tell you what, knock some heads. Somersworth and Laconia.
I'm Mark Ockerbloom for Jeff Peterson. Stay tuned for the Class I championship game right here on Channel 9. Enjoy it and strike up the band. Hunter is
Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Somersworth, New Hampshire for today's Class I championship football game between the Somersworth Toppers and the Sachems of Laconia. This afternoon's game is brought to you in part by Somersville Lumber and by Coca-Cola, by Grapponi Toyota, and by McDonald's, and True Value Hardware. Excitement galore here at Somersworth for this afternoon's Class I State Football Championship. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jeff Peterson along with Dick Lutz. Happy to have you along. And Dick, this is a battle between two schools who have not tasted state championships in a long, long time.
Well, I have affection for both of them, Jeffrey. When we lived in Dover in the early 70s, I used to broadcast Somersworth High School football games on WTSN in Dover. When I lived in Laconia in the early 80s, I broadcast Laconia High School Sachem football on WEMJ in Laconia. So I know the history and the tradition of both schools. Terrific athletic traditions. They've both put competitive teams on the field year after year after year, and this should be a great football game this afternoon.
Oh, it should be. 1970 was the last time the Laconia won a state championship, and back in 80 and 81, Somersworth won back-to-back titles, so they are hungry in a big way. Now, the teams coming in here, Somersworth is 10-0, undefeated and top-seeded, and Laconia 8-1. The only loss this year by Laconia was to this Topper team in the first game of the season.
And they seek their revenge this afternoon. And similar circumstances last year, you may recall, when Laconia and Kennett met in the state championship game. They had met previously that year. Laconia had defeated Kennett High School, but in the championship game, the tables were turned, and Kennett came away with the state championship 1 year ago. Perhaps that'll happen this afternoon. Time will tell as we're ready to go. It will be Somersworth kicking off to Laconia. The officials assigned by the NHIAA for this afternoon's game. The referee is Mike Blaze. The umpire is Ray Grady. Field judge Tony Haley. The head linesman Dan O'Neill. The back judge is Dan Reardon. The clock operator is Jim Francoeur. And we're ready to go with the Class I championship game from Somersworth. Hope you enjoy it. It should be a lot of fun. Here's the kickoff as we're underway. And a whistle stops play before anything can happen. So the crowd on its feet, very excited to start, but a whistle stops play right off the bat. And we have flags down on the opening kickoff. Offside is the call against Somersworth. They're a little over anxious to begin.
Oh, I think so. If you take a look at the stadium here this afternoon, Memorial Stadium in Somersworth, not a huge stadium, but we have fans around the entire field. There has to be an excess of about 2,000 to 3,000 here this afternoon. A big bunch from Laconia bust over here, and of course a big bunch for the home team, Somersworth.
They'll kick it up again at the 35-yard line. Seeing the ball up for the Somersworth Toppers is Hugo Castro. Back to receive the kick for Laconia, Mike Burns, number 22, and number 80 is Chris Snyder. And we're ready once again for the start of the Class I championship game. The Toppers dressed in their home blues, the Sachems in their road whites with red numerals. Castro has the ball teed up at the 35-yard line. The whistle sounds. We'll try it again. Burns to the 20 and to the 30-yard line, and that's where Laconia will start out, 1st and 10. For the first offensive series of the afternoon for the Sachems of Laconia High School, led by quarterback Aaron Jones. And the starting lineup for the Laconia High School Sachems is presented by New Wave Sports, featuring new and used snowboards and all related outerwear and accessories. New Wave Sports, 585 Union Avenue in Laconia. You see the starters for the Sachems. Jacobs is one wide receiver on the first play from scrimmage. The ball goes straight ahead. Carrying for Laconia, that was Jason Shute as you look at the Somersworth defense. Bickford, McKay, York, Goslin, Carrigan up front, Serecchia, Chapman, O'Connor, and Gilbert, Brown, and Paletra. For Somersworth High School, coached by Jim Keys. Here's the second down play for Laconia. Jones, not much running room, to the running back from the right side. Scott Jaguar, the ball carrier. Wayne McKay made the stop for the Toppers. It'll be 3rd down coming up for Laconia. 3rd and about 9 for Laconia, coached by Jim Fitzgerald. A terrific career as the head coach of the Laconia High School Sachems. Here's 3rd and 9 coming up for Laconia. Jones on the bootleg, looks to carry. He's hit, spins forward, gets away from one, dives forward, shy of the first down. It'll be 4th down. And Laconia will be forced to kick the ball away to Somersworth High School.
And the one thing Coach Keys was concerned of for Somersworth Toppers was containing Aaron Jones. Once Aaron gets to the outside, he has got some blazing speed, either to sprint out and get rid of the ball or run the ball. And he almost broke it loose for a first down right there. Nice play by Jones, but Somersworth stops him.
Fourth down coming up. Laconia will shift into the punt formation, or will they go for it? No, they'll shift. And they draw Somersworth offside, and that'll give Laconia a first down. They shifted into punt formation. The Toppers jumped offside. Will they call Laconia for procedure, or will they give the penalty to Somersworth? Illegal procedure is the call against Laconia, so they drew the Toppers offside. It'll be fourth down. Laconia will be forced to kick the ball. Aaron Jones is the kicker. Chris Crombie is one of the deep men for Somersworth. The kick is low. This is Crombie, number 8. He'll field it at the 40. He drops it. Loose football. Crombie falls on top of it, and Somersworth has the ball at the 41-yard line.
Very, very chilly weather today, and anytime you touch that football, it's like catching a brick. And that time it's very hard, especially if we don't have the gloves on, to feel that football because there's such a chill in the air. Temperatures going to be in the upper 30s to low 40s this afternoon.
The Somersworth offense is led by quarterback Kevin Strong. He brings them up to the line of scrimmage. First and 10. Straight T, full house backfield for the Toppers. Give to the first man through, the fullback for Somersworth. Carrying the ball is Mike Chapman on the first carry from scrimmage, and he picked up only a couple. As you look at Kevin Strong, the quarterback for the Toppers, 33 for 68, 629 yards, 10 touchdowns. And the starting lineups after this play. The offensive starting lineup for the Somersworth High School Hilltoppers. This will be a 2nd and 7 play for Somersworth. Again, the full house. Again, the first man through gets the football. And out to around the 47-yard line. Carrying the ball for Somersworth. Chapman again, and here's the offense for Somersworth, brought to you by New Wave Sports, featuring new and used snowboards and all related outerwear and accessories. New Wave Sports, 585 Union Avenue in Laconia. Third down play coming up for the Toppers. Strong rolls to his left, looks to throw, has a man open, incomplete. He overthrew his intended receiver. Out there, number 40 for Somersworth, Jamie Bickford. The coverage was by Laconia's Matt Geyer. As the Sachem defense held, you look at Laconia's defense as they force Somersworth to kick the ball right back. The Topper defense, McGuire, McKissick, Forkel, Ratliff, Fontaine, Bean, Tebow, Jaguar, Meade, Snyder, and Geyer. Castro to punt the ball for the Toppers, gets it away. Good high kick, it'll bounce. It takes a Somersworth bounce to the 10, inside the 10-yard line to the 9, and that's where it's down at the 9-yard line. 1st and 10 for Laconia. No score in the football game with 8:22 remaining in the first quarter in the Class I championship game from Somersworth. Dick Lutz with Jeff Peterson. We're happy to have you with us on WMUR-TV. We'll be bringing you updates on the UNH Villanova game going on in Pennsylvania this afternoon. A big Yankee Conference clash featuring the Wildcats. Mark Arkerbloom will be keeping us posted throughout the course of the afternoon. Here's the first down play for Laconia. The handoff in the backfield, and running room is there for the ball carrier, Jaguar. Scott Jaguar for the Sachems. Now 865 rushing yards on the season for Jaguar, as he's the leading ground gainer for Jim Fitzgerald and the Laconia High School Sachems. Second down play coming up, 2nd and 2. One wide receiver to the far side of the field. That is Matt Geyer. Everyone else in tight on the second down play. The handoff, fighting for first down yardage and getting the first down for Laconia. Coming through was Jason Shute, I believe. No, it was Jaguar again, 21 as opposed to 29. Jaguar picked up the first down. The Sachems retained the football. They're across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Wide receiver to the far side is Jason Meade for Laconia. This is Shute, the ball carrier, out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. And a pickup on first down of 5 yards. It'll be second down and 5 for Laconia.
Don't expect a lot of razzle-dazzle this afternoon from Coach Fitzgerald and his Laconia Sachems, or Keys and his Hilltoppers. Both really basic offenses for Laconia, just a multiple offense with a split back. They love to use their flanker. Watch for Chris Snyder on offense for Laconia. They love to use him. He has lightning speed, so watch him to go in motion a lot today and catch a lot of passes.
On second down and 6, shoot the ball carrier, tries to get to the outside, can't do it. Ridden down on a fine defensive play by Somersworth High School's number 44, who was there first. That's Eric Gilbert. Watch it again. Gilbert came up to meet him head on.
Eric Gilbert, 32 tackles on the season. They're really looking for him to have a big game this afternoon. Again, the key to defeat this Laconia football team is just stop them right at the line of scrimmage. They think whoever wins, of course, just like any other football game, wins in the trenches is going to win this football game. And right now the Hilltoppers doing just that as we have a flag.
Flags fly before the ball is snapped. And we will await the call by the referee, Mike Blaze. This is against Laconia. Illegal procedure. Watch it again. You saw movement before the ball was snapped. And the play whistled down. 5-yard penalty against Laconia. Brings the ball back to the 20-yard line. It'll be third down and 11 now for the Sachems. And let's see if Jim Fitzgerald decides to go upstairs deep in his own territory on third and long. Matt Geyer is a wide out to the far side. Snyder also wide to the far side. Jones wants to throw, rolls to his right. He's in trouble. Sprinting to the sideline, throws downfield. It is incomplete as he just dumped it out of harm's way. It'll be fourth down, and once again, Laconia will be forced to kick.
Nice defense by Somersworth, but you have to give a lot of credit to Aaron Jones. It looked like he was going to get sacked way back at around the 10-yard line. But again, that speed to the outside, he gets out there and he's able to throw the ball away. Something, as you remember, we talked about earlier here in the game, that Laconia lost the game 20-13 earlier this year, and they'd like to get a little revenge. In that ball game, they basically controlled the line of scrimmage and time of possession during the football game. And so far, early in this football game, seemed Laconia handled the ball a lot too.
Aaron Jones kick, the fair catch by Somersworth High's Chris Crombie. The Toppers have the ball in Laconia territory. When we come back, it'll be first down. Somersworth at the 46-yard line.
First quarter action brought to you by Hi-Fi Furniture, now back in business. Their grand opening sale is going on now.
Getting ready to put it back in play, and the three guys in the backfield, watch for these three. We can call them maybe the three amigos or whatever, but Jason Pluff, 713 yards on the season, averaging 9 yards per carry, 633 for Mike Chapman, and Chris Crombie, 653 yards. Talk about three big ball carriers for Somersworth.
Our eye in the backfield for the Toppers. This is Pluff carrying to the outside. Gets away from traffic, gets to the outside, turns the corner, lost the football. Who's got the ball? The Sachems have the football on the far side of the field. Second and third effort by Pluff cost him that time as he spun. The ball popped loose. The Sachems come away with it. Watch it again.
Nice effort by Jason Pluff. Watch him break 3 or 4 tackles right here. But in the end, this one went to Laconia. And last time these two teams played, Pluff ran some big plays. He ran one for about 65 yards and 92 yards for a touchdown against Laconia. That time, it went against him as he fumbled the football.
First down carry, Jaguar for Laconia. A yard, maybe 2. It'll be second down and 8, stopped by the left side of the Topper defensive line. Call it a gain of 1. Second down and 9 now for Laconia High School. No score in the game. What a beautiful sight we have here in Somersworth. It's a gorgeous fall afternoon. The crowd is lining the football field. It's just everything you'd want in a high school championship setting. Handoff straight ahead, leaping the line of scrimmage is Shoot, but he didn't get very far after the initial jump. A gain of a couple on the play, stacked up by the center of the Topper defensive line. Defensively, Somersworth in the middle, Wayne McKay, Chris York, and Bob Goslin, the 2 tackles in the nose guard. They make the play defensively. This is a third down play for Laconia. Coming wide to the near side is Jason Mead. Snyder is in a slot to the near side. The back split behind Jones, who wants to throw. He's in traffic, comes to the near side, tries to get away, throws downfield. It'll be caught, but out of bounds. It'll be incomplete on the near sideline. The completion made by Chris Snyder, but he was out of bounds when he caught the pass. It'll be 4th down. Laconia will have to kick the ball again.
Credit that to the Somersworth secondary. Everybody was covered. Look at the blue jerseys all over the white jerseys. No way. Snyder got loose just for a couple of seconds, but he was out of bounds to make this reception right here. So, again, another time to punt for Laconia. This is the 3rd time they've had the football, the 3rd time they've had to punt.
Great coverage on the sideline by our WMUR camera crew. As you saw that one come right at you. Here's the 4th down punt. High spiral, and this is Pluff. And Pluff is downed immediately. Great coverage by the Sachems on their special teams. It's been a battle of special teams thus far in the early going, Jeffrey. 3 downs and out, and 3 downs and out, and the punters are getting a workout.
Not a whole heck of a lot of offense. And, you know, we kind of expected that coming into this football game. Somersworth now, they are #1 in offense in the state, #2 in defense, and then almost like looking into a mirror, Laconia is #2 in offense and #1 in defense. So if everything follows the pattern, it could be a 0-0 game.
Full house backfield for Somersworth. The Toppers on the handoff. Coming through is Crombie. Not much running room for Crombie. He gets out to the 35-yard line. They spot it down at the 36. He gained about 3 yards on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Toppers.
Big carriers in that first game between these two ball clubs, Chris Crombie and Jason Pluff. Pluff 4 carries, that's it, for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Crombie had 58 yards for a touchdown. So watch them, they are going to get the ball an awful lot today. Nothing too fancy by Summers, would just hand the ball up in the middle and grind it right to him.
Straight T in the backfield, breaking through the line of scrimmage. Pluff, and he ran into a stone wall, bounced off of it and got up for more, and then was hit the other way. We'll watch that again on replay. I think the initial hit was made by Jason Mead. Did he run into number 20? He did. Watch the collision there. Jason Mead, he bounced off, and then he got hit coming back the other way.
Well, it was like a pinball in a pinball machine on that play, and it all goes for about a 1st down, so Somersworth likes it. Whatever the case, they picked up about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Wow.
1st down for the Toppers. Full house backfield, straight T formation. Back to throw is Strong. He's hit as he throws the football. It's incomplete, intended for Jason Pluff, as Strong was hit just as he threw the ball.
Number 11 quarterback Kevin Strong, quite an athlete. He kind of slipped and fell on that one as he got hit. 5'6", 140 pounds, a super athlete again. He's a 3-sport athlete. He plays hockey, baseball, and football. But I think we know which one he loves the most, football, because he's got a chance at a state championship here this afternoon.
Here's a 2nd down and 10 play for the Toppers. Everyone is in tight. Full house straight T formation in the backfield. Hand off to Chapman. Hit and dropped immediately on a fine defensive play by Laconia High School's number 68, Chad Bean, who was right there to meet him at the point of attack.
Number 33 fullback Mike Chapman, they call him the Bull. He is one tough guy, according to Somersworth coach Jimmy Keys. 205 pounds, 5'9", but he wasn't going anywhere against that Laconia defense. So nice play by the Sachems, and let's see now Somersworth has really ran the ball almost every time except one play. Let's see if they put it up in the air here at 3rd and long.
3rd down for Somersworth. Strong to throw. The rush is on. Gets it away. Downfield. It is incomplete. Good coverage by Laconia. Out there for the Sachems covering was Matt Geyer. The intended receiver for Somersworth was number 40, Jamie Bitford. 4th down, and Somersworth once again will be forced to kick.
Boy, the key is coming in here. Jim Fitzgerald said, to beat Somersworth, we're going to have to control the line of scrimmage and stop the running game. They have stopped the running game, and that forced them to go to the passing game, which Somersworth isn't as strong as, and they were stopped again.
Castro's kick is a good one. Snyder bobbles it, picks it up, hit, down immediately. Pluff and Crombie down on the coverage. This has been a crunching football game in the early going. We are scoreless with 2:09 remaining in the 1st quarter in the Class I championship game.
When I decided to renovate my bathroom, and I
Memorial Field here in Somersworth. No score again, like Dick said earlier. It's been a battle of special teams. Punt, 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 punt.
Now Laconia has its turn on offense. It'll be 1st down for the Sachems at the 22-yard line. They move right to left. A scoreless football game, and 2 minutes and 5 seconds remain in the first quarter. Aaron Jones is the quarterback for the Sachems. He's up to the line of scrimmage. Has a man in motion, that's Shoot. Jones wants to throw on first down. Throws it out near side, incomplete, almost intercepted. And almost a touchdown for Somersworth. Making the play, Tony Feletra, who cut in front of the intended receiver Shoot on the near sideline and almost went for a score. Watch it again as you'll watch Feletra time his move in front of the intended receiver and almost get the football, and had he caught the ball and maintained his balance, he would have been gone.
Boy, that was also close. Feletra leads Somersworth in interceptions with 3, and number 4 would have been a big one.
Here's the second down play. Handoff straight ahead. Shoot the ball carrier. Not much running room there. Stacked up by the center of the Topper defense one more time. It'll be a third down play for Laconia. Both teams, this is like a prize fight, Jeffrey, where they're feeling each other out here in the early going, waiting for a break, waiting for an opening, waiting for an opportunity.
You know, they're really keeping this ball on the ground. Again, we said it's very chilly out here with this wind blowing. It's going to be tough to catch the football. That ball gets so hard when it's cold. So both teams love to run the ball, too. Laconia about 50-50 and Somersworth about 70-30 for the run.
Jones wants to throw, has a man open at Snyder. Snyder at the 40, fumbled the football, loose ball. It came back, it's still out of bounds. It will be a Laconia football. The ball went out of bounds following the reception, I believe. And it is a first down. Possession to the Laconia High School Sachems. They will have a first down at the 35-yard line. The ball went out of bounds. Nobody could corral that loose football.
Boy, did Laconia dodge a bullet here. Snyder wide open in the flat there, and he is just nailed by 3 Somersworth players. The ball pops loose. The Toppers have a chance to get it right here, but as they fight for the ball, it just dribbles right out of bounds. Ooh, and Laconia says thank you very much for that break.
When the ball goes out of bounds, the last team in possession controls the football. That was Laconia. Here's the handoff straight ahead. This is Jaguar out to the 40-yard line. Pretty good gain on first down, getting up from the top of the stack for Somersworth, Mike Chapman. A lot of other Toppers there on the play. Gain of about 4 on first down. It'll be second down and 6.
And when Laconia runs the football, they are going to give it to number 21, Scott Gajera. He is one of the captains. He was also a pitcher for the baseball team, which won the Class I championship last year. And again, he is the leading offensive player on the ground for Laconia. So when it's on the ground, it's to number 21.
Second down, 6. This is Shoot. Shoot stutter steps to the outside, wrestled down on a good defensive play by Tony Feletra of Somersworth. Gain of a couple, and that just may have been the last play of the first quarter. 23 seconds, time winding down. The ball is at the 42-yard line, and Laconia does not appear to be in a particular hurry to get up to the line of scrimmage as time winds down. They may get one more play off. 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Third down play coming up for the Sachems. Third and about 3. They will get the play off. Shoot the ball carrier. Shoot does not pick up the first down as he is stopped right along the line of scrimmage. The time will run out in the first quarter. When the second quarter action begins, it'll be a 4th down for the Sachems, and they'll be forced to kick the ball right back to Somersworth. We'll come back with the punt right after this.
First quarter action brought to you by Hi-Fi.
Lebanon was the big loser to Laconia, 50-18, so both of these teams can score an awful lot of points.
6 punts in the first quarter, and the first play of the second quarter is a punt by Aaron Jones. It is fielded by Somersworth's Pluff, and he is hit and down on a good coverage play by Laconia High School's number 80, Chris Snyder. The Toppers will start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Pluff fielding the punt, runs right into Chris Snyder. Watch the play. Snyder with the contact. There he is right there. He'll hit him and push him right out of bounds.
Boy, that's like about the 3rd or 4th time today we haven't seen a tackle, but just a block and out of bounds. Some hard blocks, too, for tackles.
First down for Somersworth. To the line of scrimmage come the Toppers. Strong is the quarterback. First man through, Pluff to the 45-yard line. They look for those quick hitters, Jeff, quick openers at the line of scrimmage. Nothing fancy. They just try to outguess the defense.
Exactly. They run the double tight end offense, and a very conservative offense. And Jimmy Keys will go out and say it that, yeah, we are kind of conservative. They have 14 seniors on this team last year. They lost 6 from a year ago, a team that was 3-5, and they love to run. Just take what the defense will give them. And actually, that Laconia defense hasn't given them much.
Here's the second down play. Chapman to the outside, has some room. Across the midfield, stripe into Laconia territory. It's a first down for the Toppers. The run by Mike Chapman.
That's one thing these two teams do again, especially Somersworth, just run the ball flat up the middle. This time he gets to the outside and picks up the first down. They just love to grind it out, and they will take the big play when they get it. And actually, that was close to being a really big play.
First down, Somersworth at the 47-yard line. Number 11, Kevin Strong, the quarterback. The three backs line up in the T formation behind him. Chapman gets the ball again and comes forward across the 45 to around the 43-yard line. 5-yard gain on first down. It'll be second down and 5.
Jimmy Keys in his fourth year here at Somersworth High School, 23-12 overall. And again, he would love to bring a state championship to this town of Somersworth. They haven't won since 1980 and 81. They won back-to-back titles then. So two teams, again, starving for a championship. Laconia hasn't won in over 20 years.
Strong on second down. They hand off to Crombie inside the 40 and close to a Somersworth first down. Crombie on the air, 80 carries, 653 yards, 9 touchdowns in the 10 games during the season thus far for Somersworth. Again, the opener. And Crombie, one of the Topper co-captains, running to daylight.
And you wonder why this Somersworth team continues to run the ball week after week. Look at the averages. Pluff, 9 yards per carry. Chapman, 6.0 yards per carry. And Crombie, 7 yards per carry. So they're productive on the ground.
Chapman, not much there, but he might have a first down. He only needed about a yard. Let's see where they spot the football. It is a first down for Somersworth. The Toppers will keep the football as this drive stays alive. The first down at the 36-yard line.
And Dick, I think Somersworth is finally warmed up for the first time. Finally, we have a drive of some sort. This is finally 3 first downs for Somersworth, and they're inside the 40.
And moving toward the red zone, the scoring zone on the field. A counter play and pretty good defense by the Sachems as Pluff is stacked up right along the line of scrimmage. Actually, he might have lost a yard or two. Good defensive penetration that time by Somersworth. Chad Bean was there. Matt Geyer was there. A host of Laconia High School Sachems to snuff that play.
You know, in all those names you just called out, they needed all 3 and 4 of them to tackle Pluff. He's a big guy, and I tell you what, they're going to have to really contain him because he's got some big-time speed when he gets loose.
Second down 11 now for the Toppers. Strong wants to throw, in trouble, throws downfield, has a man open. It's Chapman, complete inside the 30 at the 27-yard line, down to the 25 and a first down.
Big play for Somersworth. They were back down 3rd and long, and they get the big completion for the first down. This is one of Somersworth's first pass completions on the day, and it looks like he was really in trouble with Strong, gets loose in a pass rush and unloads it, and there wasn't bad defense on that play either. They were in the 5 yards of the receiver, but he got a nice first down on the play.
First down for Somersworth at the 24-yard line. Straight T, full house backfield for the Toppers. Crombie at the line of scrimmage. He hops over one tackler, comes forward inside the 25, down close to the 20-yard line, where he's finally wrestled down there. But a pretty good gain on first down again for Somersworth High of 5 yards. It'll be second down. Well, I'll call it a 4-yard gain. They move the ball back to the 21-yard line. Second down and 7. Second down, 7 to go for Somersworth. Moving right to left, we are scoreless. 8:05 remaining in the first half. Full house backfield, Chapman the carrier, not much running room there. Chapman is stacked up by the middle of the Laconia High School defense. Scott Fontaine was there, Will Ratliff there, Jim Forkell there, all there for the Sachems of Laconia High School.
You know, talking to Jimmy Keys before the football game, he said, you know, when he came into summer practice in August, you know, their goal was to make the playoffs, but never in his wildest dreams did he think he would be playing in the state championship. He said, I would have loved to have been playing in the state title, but he never really thought they would, but he is very thankful this afternoon.
Strong throws, had to throw in a hurry, it's complete. Inside the 15-yard line, down to around the 12, the catch made by Jason Pluff, and a first down for the Toppers at the 12.
Pluff out of the backfield, and I don't know how he hung out to that football. 2 Laconia players just unloaded on him, and quarterback Strong just threaded the needle. Look at the nice coverage by Laconia, but somehow he found Pluff open on the blitz by Laconia. It left him open just for a quick second, and Pluff is there for the first down. That is the 5th first down on this drive for the Toppers.
And a timeout taken by Laconia High to talk things over. We'll take a break. 7:20 remaining in the half. We're scoreless in Somersworth.
Grapponi Toyota is your connection for Toyota sales, parts, and service. Grapponi
In their graveyard again for the 2nd time this year.
Toppers come up to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. First scoring threat of the afternoon. Chapman straight ahead to the 10. And that's about it. He's wrestled down there by the middle of the Laconia defensive line. I think that was McKissick there. Mark McKissick, the big kid. He's number 78. He's the biggest player on the football field. He's at 6'5", 270 for the Sachems.
Big would be an understatement, and he is very highly recruited. Kentucky, Georgia, West Virginia, Louisville, all interested in Mr. McKissick, and he has been a big-time player for the Sachems this year.
Here's the 2nd down play, the pitch to Pluff, Pluff to the 10, Pluff on his feet at the 5, Pluff is out of bounds, he's close to the goal line, touchdown! The Toppers get on the board. Jason Pluff from 10 yards away.
Pluff did it to him about 10 weeks ago in the season opener, running for a couple of big touchdowns, and he does it again to him this afternoon. That one from about 10 yards out for the TD, and the Toppers strike first.
Matt Hamilton will try for the point after. Snap back, ball down. The kick is up, and he missed it. He missed it. He hit it to the left of the near post. So the teams head back upfield. And we'll watch it one more time. Watch the touchdown run by Pluff as he goes to the corner on the near side of the field, just getting to the marker.
Jason Pluff breaking like 3 or 4 tackles. Even one of his own players fell on his leg, and he still broke loose, and he does the somersault dive into the end zone for the score. And the Toppers, we talked to some of the players early on in the week, and the Topper players said whoever scores first in this football game is going to win it. So Somersworth hoping that is very true. And one of the biggest high school fans in the state here this afternoon, our very own Andy Hirschberger, made the trip up from Manchester, and he goes to just about every high school game you can imagine, every Friday and Saturday, and he looks a little chilly there, but welcome to the ball game, Andy Hirschberg. I want to know who he's rooting for, though.
Hugo Castro has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Snyder and Burns to receive the kick. This is Snyder. Snyder to the 40. Castro bumps him out of bounds across the 45-yard line, and the Sachems answer the Somersworth touchdown with a great kick return by Snyder. That sets them up with good field position just shy of midfield. Watch it again.
Chris Snyder just goes to the far side of the field, gets a couple of key blocks, and boy, there was some nice openings right there. And he came around, one player from going all the way for a touchdown. Great field position for Laconia, who gets a little momentum now after the Somersworth touchdown.
Here's the first down play at the 49-yard line. Here's the pitch to Jaguar. Jaguar cutting back against the grain across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Stopped there by Chapman and Scott Brown for Somersworth. Looked from here with the angle that we had, that if he could have made the cut and gotten to the far side of the field, he would have had a lot of running room as he started to cut back against the grain. Second down coming up for Laconia. 6-0, Somersworth leading. Shoot, hit and wrestled down on a big defensive play by Faletra. Tony Faletra coming up from his safety position, met him at the corner, drove him back, no gain on the play. Third down, actually he lost a yard. Third down and about 6.
Now, if you watch this play, it looked like he had a brief opening right there, and he could have gained about 4 or 5 yards, but the Somersworth defense just swarms all around him. And Faletra again coming up with a big tackle. He is 3rd on the team in tackles this season.
Here's a third down play for the Sachems. Jones wants to throw, sprinting out to the near side, throws on the run, downfield, incomplete. Intended for Snyder. Good coverage by the secondary, a good pass rush by the line. Number 40 for Somersworth, Jamie Bickford. Number 39, Chris York. They put the pressure on the passer. It's a 4th down play coming up for Laconia. Once again, the Sachems are forced to kick the football.
Aaron Jones just not getting time to throw the ball. This Laconia team has great team speed. Snyder is out here in the flat. He was open. But when Jones does not get time to throw, he's not going to be able to complete those passes. So great rush by the Somersworth defense. And Laconia offensive line is going to have to come up with some bigger plays and block them out.
Line of scrimmage, the 49-yard line. Aaron Jones to punt. The snap is high. He climbs the ladder, gets the kick away. Crombie will field at the 18 to the near sideline. Crombie gets away from one man and comes forward out across the 30 to around the 31, the 32-yard line. That's where the Toppers will start out, 1st and 10, with 5:08 remaining. Watch the kick return again by Crombie. Chris Crombie of Somersworth, number 8.
Well, we're going to be calling his name out an awful lot. Again, those big three, Pluff, Chapman, and Crombie in the backfield. Some of them playing defense and even returning to kickoffs and punt returns.
Once again, a reminder, Mark Ockerbloom will be along at halftime to bring us up to date on everything going on in football action, including the New Hampshire-Villanova game that's underway in Pennsylvania. Handoff Crombie straight ahead out to the 40-yard line. Jaguar is one tackler for Laconia. Also there is Matt Geyer. Geyer 14, Jaguar 21. Big gain of 8 yards on 1st down. Again, nothing fancy by the Toppers, just power football. Here's what we can do. You try to stop us.
It's like boom, 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 right smack up the middle. And Jim Fitzgerald has to be a little concerned as the Laconia offense not able to move the football. On that last drive, they had the ball at midfield and in a scoring opportunity, but could not do anything with it. Somersworth just doing the job here. Another 1st down.
Chapman picked up the 1st down yardage. They give the ball to Chapman on the short yardage situations. And he is golden. Out to the 44-yard line. 1st down, Somersworth.
Big reversal of when the teams first met back in September when Laconia controlled the time of possession, 17 minutes to 7 over Somersworth. Right here, Somersworth just keeping the ball on the ground, and they've held the ball for a good 6 to 7 minutes here in the 2nd quarter, and we still have 4 to go.
Bluff on the carry out across the 45, stacked up there. He ran right into McKissick. And when you run into McKissick, McKissick doesn't move too quickly.
Not at all. McKissick, 6'5", 270 pounds, a senior, heavily recruited by the college scouts. I named him off a little bit earlier. And this has been a big year for Mark. He's coming in here. He's had a tough career. He has learning disabilities, but he's really come through and been a special student. And Jim Fitzgerald says he's one of his favorite players. Mark McKissick, heavily recruited by, again, Kentucky, Georgia, West Virginia, Louisville. Some of these 1A players.
And a timeout on the field with 3:59 remaining in the 1st half. 6-0 Somersworth as the Toppers shoot for the Class I championship.
Again, we've been talking about that big game between UNH and Villanova. Well, our coverage of UNH Wildcat football resumes next Saturday when the Rhode Island Rams visit Durham. Don't miss any of the action beginning with Coach's Corner at noon next Saturday on WMUR TV Channel 9. And we have some rowdy fans here on the Somersworth side.
Well, one way or another, regardless of what the Wildcats do this afternoon against the Wildcats in Pennsylvania, next Saturday's game is a very important Yankee Conference clash for the UNH Wildcats. And we'll have it for you here on WMUR. The season winds down, and the Wildcats are definitely within striking distance of a postseason berth.
All those football players, we talked to them Wednesday afternoon out of practice, and Barry Barassa, Matt Griffin, they said it point blank. This is the biggest game of their college football careers this Saturday in Philly against Villanova, probably for all the marbles, no doubt.
This is a 2nd down play for Somersworth with the ball at the 46-yard line. 2nd down and a long 8. Power I formation. Crombie is the tailback. The give is to another running back in the game for Somersworth. That's number 45, Chris Serecchia. And he carried the ball out across midfield to the 45-yard line and picked up the 1st down.
Chris Serecchia looked like he was stopped around midfield for about maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain, but I tell you what, when you're 6'3", 230 pounds, you are tough to stop. And Laconia couldn't do it. He just drives forward like a big Mack truck for the 1st down.
Yeah, a terrific surge by the left side of the Somersworth offensive line, and then Serecchia just kept on surging for additional yardage. 1st down, Toppers. Crombie, the carrier, leaps over the line of scrimmage, falls forward inside the 45 to around the 42-yard line. Stopped there by Laconia High's Dan Tebow. Timeout whistled by one of the officials on the field, and the Sachems are going to spend a timeout right here with 3:20 remaining in the half. 6-0 is the score. Somersworth leading Laconia. The first quarter was a battle between the punters. The Toppers drawing first blood in this football game on the run by Pluff from 10 yards out.
We've talked about a high school, we've talked about college, how about pro football? A key Central Division class highlights Monday Night Football this week. National Conference foes, Chicago and Minnesota. Turn it up Monday night at 9 right here on WMUR TV, Channel 9. It's something we have to talk about, and Coach Jim Fitzgerald, and on behalf of all the Laconia fans and players, they really want to wish James Kincannon, a former player of Laconia, player for UNH now that went down with an injury last Saturday. They'd like to wish him a big-time recovery and good luck the rest of the season to help get well.
The Laconia native played for Jim Fitzgerald at Laconia High School, having a terrific year as the secondary man for the Wildcats, one of the top tacklers on the UNH defensive unit. Broke a leg in 2 places, and as I saw in your report today, he's convalescing in Laconia.
Yeah, he's back home, and again, if you're watching the ball game, James, our best wishes go out to you for a quick recovery, and I'm sure he's got this football game on TV and the UNH game on the radio at the same time.
2nd down, 8. Strong to throw, rolling to his right. Now he'll run. 1st down. Inside the 30-yard line, a flag down at the end of the play. This could be a clip on Somersworth. It could bring it all the way back. We'll await the call from referee Mike Blaze. It is against the Toppers, a clip on Somersworth, and that brings the play back.
Oh, and that is a huge penalty against Somersworth. That was way down inside the 30-yard line. Again, you know, you have those 3 big guys running the football in the backfield. Strong, not a bad runner either, even though this was supposed to be a pass. Strong has rushed for 300 yards on the season. You didn't see anybody open, saw a hole, and he just went right to it. But this is coming back about 15 yards.
Mike Blaze, the referee, looks it over, and they'll bring the football back. And they'll set the football down at the 46-yard line. Penalty marched off from the point of the infraction. Brings the ball back to the 46. Down remains the same. 2nd down. They're back to near the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11 now for Somersworth. So that negated a pretty good run by Kevin Strong. Full house backfield one more time for the Toppers. Strong gives to Chapman. Big opening inside the 40. Chapman to the 35-yard line. Close to another Somersworth 1st down.
We go back to the quote of head coach Jim Fitzgerald of Laconia. The key to beat the Somersworth Toppers, control the line of scrimmage and stop the running game. His defense has not been able to do that this afternoon.
Shy of a 1st down by about the length of the football. Watch the run again by Chapman. He's tough. Mike Chapman, tough yardage. Picked up all of it except about the football's length, which is what they need for a 1st down. On 3rd down and short, the quarterback Strong has the 1st down and some as he knifes through across the 35 to around the 34-yard line. It will be 1st down for Somersworth. 1st down for the Toppers.
Boy, they have had the football nearly in the entire 2nd quarter, and hats off to that running game of Somersworth. And the guys up front, that offensive line, really doing it for Somersworth. And I'm talking about Gendel, Fournier, Rondo, Karen, Decker, and also Bickford at left end, and Chris Sarecki at right end, just pushing the defense of Laconia back, and Somersworth being able to run the ball.
1st down. This is Pluff fumble, loose football. The Sachems will have the ball. I believe it's still scrambling. No, the Toppers fell on it. 2 Laconia Sachems had an opportunity to come up with the ball, and they didn't do it. Chapman came away with it. That ball squirted free.
Boy, do the Toppers dodge a bullet right there. 2 Laconia players right near the football. Nobody saw it. Watch it just pop out right there. All the white shirts around there. None of the Somersworth players saw it to the last minute. It squirts out at the last minute, and somebody got the football in a blue jersey.
1st down, Somersworth. Check it. 2nd down and a yard for the Toppers. That turned into a pretty good gainer on 1st down. 2nd down and 1. Chapman has the opening, has the 1st down, is driven back after he picked up the 1st down yardage, I believe, inside the 25. at the 24-yard line.
You know, the thing about this Somersworth offense, most of the time when you look at an offense, when they're running the ball, you have one star running back that usually gets the ball 80 to 90% of the time. This Somersworth team really well balanced. I mean, again, you have Pluff, Chapman, and Crombie almost all carry the ball the same amount of times, and then when none of those three run it, Strong does for 300 yards during the season. So a very well-balanced offense for the Toppers.
Here's the first down play for Somersworth. Crombie on the pitch. Crombie to the 20. Crombie to the 15. Brought down from behind inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a first down. The stop made by Tebow of Laconia. A Yankee Conference score from Philadelphia. First quarter score. Villanova leads UNH 7-0 as you watch Crombie on the rerun. First down, Somersworth at the 12-yard line. Crombie stepping over bodies at the 10-yard line. He was just picking his way over fallen bodies down around the 10. And a timeout with 42 seconds remaining in the half. The Toppers will spend a timeout to stop the clock to allow their team to gather around Coach Jim Keyes, and Jim Fitzgerald of the Sachems comes onto the field to get his defensive unit around him and discuss strategy. When play resumes, it'll be second down and 8 at the 10.
You know, we've been talking about that UNH-Villanova game. The Wildcats of Villanova up 7-0. More college football. The big guys. Stay tuned for ABC Sports coverage of college football next right here on Channel 9. It's Washington and USC live next on WMUR TV, and that is big for the Huskies if they want to go on to the Rose Bowl. And USC, a must-win for them if they want any kind of a bowl berth at all. So a big college football game, Pac-10 action right here on Channel 9.
Coaches still gathered around their teams during the timeout. In high school football, the coaches come onto the field and get into their team huddle, discuss strategy, try to motivate a little bit.
It's a good way to stay warm for the coaches, too, get in the middle of those big guys.
Well, the players are in the sun. We're in the shade.
It's chilly.
Here's a second down play coming up now for Somersworth. Strong rolling out, gets away from McKissick. Strong to the 10, Strong to the 5. Big tackle, fine tackle on the far side of the field by number 68 for Laconia. That's Chad Bean, who made a real great defensive play. And he dropped Strong at about the 6-yard line. Watch the replay. Watch number 68 come into your screen at the end of the play as Strong makes his cut, gets by McKissick right there. And here comes number 68, Chad Bean, and he reaches back and spins Strong down on a real good defensive play. And another timeout taken by the Toppers with 24 seconds remaining in the half. It's 3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5 for Somersworth. Keep in mind that Matt Hamilton, the place kicker for the Toppers, missed the point after on the touchdown, but he kicked the ball a mile. He was wide, but he kicked it a long way. I was impressed with the distance. So they're in field goal range right here if they should decide to kick a field goal on 4th down.
Big defensive stand here by Laconia. That's what the Sachems really need. If Somersworth can put the ball in the end zone or even come up with a field goal, that would really give them so much momentum going into halftime. So Laconia really needs to get some kind of defense going right here. They have really had not too much to cheer about this afternoon, and I think that could do the job for them going into the locker room at intermission.
The coaches have had their say. Here's the 3rd down play coming up for Somersworth. 3rd down and about 4. Strong wants to throw, stumbles, throws, end zone, incomplete. Overthrown, intended in the corner of the end zone for number 40, Jamie Bickford. The ball was overthrown. Big rush put on the quarterback Strong that time. It came from the right side of the Laconia defensive line, and that might have been, as we check the Laconia lineup, was it Jacobs? I'm not real sure who got in there. Now watch it again. Somebody came in tight on Strong, and he threw it quickly, quicker than he wanted to, and he overthrew the intended receiver. This is 4th down coming up now for the Toppers.
You know what happened on that play? Bickford would have probably had a touchdown reception on that play, but he tripped over Jagir in the end zone.
Castro to try a field goal. Kick is away, and it's good. The line of scrimmage was the 7. It was a 24-yard field goal by Hugo Castro. And the Toppers lead 9-0 with 14 seconds remaining in the half. 24-yard field goal by Castro.
That
Watch it again.
That is one thing the Somersworth team is very proud of, is their kicking game with number 83, Hugo Castro. Like Dick said just a couple of minutes ago, he drilled the extra point, but it was a little bit wide. This one, no doubt about it, splits the uprights, and Laconia down 9-0. And this is what Laconia did not want to be right now at halftime.
Well, what I did notice for Somersworth is they had a different kicker. Matt Hamilton tried the point after, and he's the one that kicked it wide, although he did have a lot of distance on it, and they brought Castro in to try the field goal. And he nailed it. He kicked it a long way. The Toppers lead 9-0. 14 seconds remaining in the half. At halftime, Mark Ockerbloom will be bringing us up to date on everything else going on in high school and college sports. Last score we had, New Hampshire trailing Villanova 7-0. It's still early in that game in Philadelphia. Castro to kick off. He squibs it. Snyder. Pluff nails him. Chris Snyder on the return. And Jason Pluff on the stop. First down for Laconia. And they may not get a playoff. They won't get a playoff as time is winding down here at the end of the first half. And that is it for the end of the first half. The first half is over. History at Somersworth High School. Halftime in the Class I Championship. Our score, Somersworth 9, Laconia nothing. Now to our halftime report. Let's go to our Manchester studios, and here's Mark Ockerbloom.
All right, thank you very much, Dick Lutz. An exciting game out on the Seacoast, and the Somersworth Toppers, as Dick mentioned, on top right now. Coming up next on the Class I Championship halftime report, look at how the UNH Wildcats are faring down in Philly. Of course, today's game with the Villanova Wildcats is the biggest Yankee conference.
Somersworth High School for today's Class I Championship. Again, the score 9-0. We've been having some technical problems, a major power outage here. The radio's been off the air, the scoreboard's out, and all kinds of stuff going on. But hopefully we're on the air, and Laconia really needs to get something going. And they had a power outage early on in the football game.
Power out here on the scoreboard clock, power out on our monitor. But we will continue to give you a radio description of this football game as on the field right now. They're trying to get their watches synchronized for the start of the third quarter.
Kind of an eerie feeling here as the scoreboard goes out. All of a sudden, all at once, all the power went down. Our TV went down, the radio, scoreboard clock, the PA system, the hot dog stand, everything here at Memorial Field in Somersworth.
It'll be field judge Tony Haley from Manchester who'll be keeping the time on the field.
Had some of the folks in here, they said, well, at least the pizza's still hot here, so.
And we're ready to go. Laconia will be kicking off. Jason Mead, foot to the ball. Bounces at the 20. Fielded by Crombie inside the 10. And out to, well, he's shy of the 20-yard line. Down there, and that's where Somersworth will start out 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Jason Mead, the young man who kicked the football, was in on the tackle for the Sachems. I'm Dick Lutz with Jeff Peterson. We're in Somersworth for the Class I Championship game. Happy to have you with us on WMUR TV. UNH football next Saturday from Cowell Stadium against the Rams from Rhode Island. We'll have that one on for you beginning at noon. Toppers come up to the line of scrimmage. First down, it's at the 20-yard line. They lead 9-0. Kevin Strong is the quarterback. Chapman, Pluff, and Crombie the running backs. Handoff goes straight ahead. Not much running room there for the ball carrier for Somersworth, Jason Pluff. 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10 coming for the Toppers.
Number 78, Mark McKissick, that big 6'5", 270-pound defensive lineman coming up with a big play. And let's see if there's any adjustments at all on defense for Laconia, who could really not stop that Somersworth running game in the first half. They ran right over him.
Here's the 2nd down play. This is Crombie, and not much running room there as the Sachem defense fired up here at the start of the 2nd half. In on the stop for Laconia that time was Jim Forkel, a defensive tackle. No gain on the play, right back to the 20-yard line. 3rd down and 10 for the Toppers.
Difference of night and day from the first half to the first couple of plays of the 2nd half. Laconia just putting the Somersworth running game to rest here right now. The first 2 plays going for absolutely nothing.
Well, here's a wide formation for the first time this afternoon for the Toppers. 2 wide receivers both sides. Strong back to throw, underthrows his intended receiver. Big rush put on by Laconia High, getting to the quarterback in a hurry and forcing him to throw quickly was number 50, Scott Fontaine. And he put quarterback Kevin Strong on the seat of his pants. The ball throw incomplete. 4th down, Somersworth has to punt.
Big defensive stand by Laconia. Now what this does is it's going to give Laconia great field position. They're going to be getting the ball probably around midfield or deep in Somersworth territory. So great field position here set up by the Laconia D.
Snyder to get the kick. Good kick by Castro. Snyder fields it at the 40 to the near sideline. Out of bounds across the Somersworth 45-yard line and near the Somersworth bench. And he ran into one of the ball boys on the sideline in front of the Somersworth bench. And they will spot the football down at the 48-yard line. 1st down for Laconia inside Somersworth territory. It's a 1st down for the Sachem. No, they moved the football back to the other side of the 50 to the 49-yard line.
You know, credit Chris Snyder with a great reception on that punt. If that ball would have got by him, that would have sailed all the way back to about the 30 or 25-yard line. So a big return.
Shoot on the handoff, straight ahead. Shoot comes across the 45-yard line, forward to the 44-yard line, and a big gain on the play for 1st down. Running for Jason Shoot of Laconia. You're watching the replay. We're not watching the replay. We have no monitor to watch it on, but you saw Shoot come forward for the 1st down yardage to the 44. 2nd down for Laconia. The handoff straight ahead. 1st down. That's Jaguar on the carry for the Sachems to the 35-yard line. And look at the Sachem partisans on the far side. They are fired up at the start of the 2nd half.
I don't know what Jim Fitzgerald did with his football team in the locker room. Fed him some of that pizza maybe or something, but they are coming out here ferocious like a wounded beast. Their defense stopped Somersworth on 3 straight downs. Now their offense, 2 plays and a 1st down, and they have the ball at the 34-yard line.
Here they go, 1st down, Laconia. Jaguar cuts it up. Gain of about 4. Good defensive work that time by Somersworth High's number 45, Chris Serecchia, who came up to meet the play after a gain of about 3. Serecchia. 2nd down and 7 for Somersworth. Look at number 78, Mark McKissick for Laconia when they come up to the line of scrimmage. He's 6'5", 270. He's got the dirtiest uniform on the field. He is in on every play, and he plays hard.
He plays both ways, too. He plays on defense.
Both ways. He is one big guy. 2nd down play for Laconia. Straight ahead it goes. Shoot, the ball carrier. Shoot wrestled down. Big defensive play by Somersworth. That's a real fine play by number 22, Derek Carrigan, for the Toppers, who met Shoot head-on at the line of scrimmage and spun him around after a short gain. Big play on the drive for Laconia. 3rd down and a long 4. You know, call it 3rd and 5.
I've been watching the last couple of plays with number 78, Mark McKissick. Well, if I was Jim Fitzgerald, I'd just take one of your running backs and run right behind McKissick. He just leveled 2 Somersworth players right back on their tails and just get right behind him, and that could go for a long way.
3rd down. They go right behind McKissick. This is Jaguar to the 25. He's shy of the 1st down by about a yard. 4th down play coming up for Laconia. 4th and about a yard. They're at the 25-yard line. Here's where they give somebody the football and say, go right behind Mark McKissick. And Mark opened the hole.
And I think you're going to look for number 14, Matt Gugere, one of their big running backs, coming right into the football game right now after resting for a couple of plays, and he's going here to the near side. They might cross us up here with a pass.
I would tend to doubt it. Shoot or Jaguar, the ball carrier. It'll be Jaguar over McKissick. First down, right over Mark McKissick, and a first down. When you've got someone like Mark McKissick on the offensive line and you've got short yardage, you use it. You watch McKissick open up the hole and watch Jaguar, number 21, follow into the opening and pick up the first down yardage.
Almost like a piggyback right there for Gazier on McKissick as he just rambles for the first down. And I'm just wondering why they didn't do that on the first half. They've been running now the last couple of plays right behind number 78.
Here's Jaguar again. No, the handoff was to the first man through. Shoot. Lost the football. Toppers have it. The happy guy is number 22, Derek Carrigan. Watch the play again as we have our monitor back.
Right up the middle, and 3 Somersworth players were right there to force the ball loose. And what a huge turn of events right here. Laconia finally getting a sustained drive going deep into Somersworth territory. Looked like they're finally going to get the ball into the end zone for a score. And it breaks their hearts as the fumble comes through and Somersworth gets the ball.
First down for the Toppers at the 26-yard line. Crombie straight ahead, hit right away, thrown back. Maybe a gain of a yard after the initial point of contact, but that's about it. The stop by Ratliff.
Scoreboard still with the power outage here. We have our monitor back, but the scoreboard and any other things here at the football stadium, no power. And we'd like to thank those engineers here at WMUR TV for getting our picture back. Just to see if they can work on the scoreboard now, pull off a miracle.
Strong on a keeper to the outside, hit and down immediately. Big defensive play. That's Colin McGuire, defensive left end, who was there first for Laconia, number 87. McKissick was there as well. Watch it again.
This for the 5th straight time now, this Laconia defense has stopped the Somersworth run. Laconia made the changes, and they're really coming in right here. Colin McGuire at Laconia High School. He has lived, get this, in West Germany, Ireland, and now in the Lakes region of New Hampshire playing football. And he says he loves football. He's been playing soccer and rugby all these years, and it's great to get out there. He's got his little iris broke, and he loves playing football at Laconia High.
Third down, the pitch to Pluff. Pluff to the outside, flag down. Pluff close to a first down, but a penalty marker is down. This game has been rather penalty free, but we have a marker down right now, and we'll await the call from referee Mike Blaze. The Toppers are walking backwards, holding the call against Somersworth. That'll negate what might have been a first down run by Pluff and brings the football back to inside the 20-yard line. It will be third and very long for Somersworth. Mike Blaze, the referee, tells you that holding is the call against Somersworth.
Now, this is something that the Toppers haven't had a chance to do all day, is third and very, very long. Let's see if they put the ball in the air. Haven't done very much of it this year, probably 4 or 5 times on the entire afternoon, and let's see what they do here. Again, a very conservative offense for Somersworth. They just bang it right up the middle, but now third down and about 20 to go. We'll see what they do with 4 wide receivers.
Chance for Somersworth to do something a little defensively here, for Laconia rather, to gamble a little defensively. Strong handoff straight ahead, quick opener to Chapman. Chapman still on his feet, coming forward out to the 23, 24-yard line. They kept it on the ground and got it back to the original line of scrimmage, or close to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and about 12 for Laconia. They will be forced to kick. Castro comes into the game. Hugo Castro, the kicker. 24 punts, 38-yard average coming into the game. He has a 24-yard field goal to his credit this afternoon. Here's the snap back. The kick is coming to the near side of the field. It'll bounce at the 50, takes a Somersworth roll to the 40, inside the 40, still rolling. It will be covered at the 37-yard line, and that's where Laconia will start out. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. We're midway through the 3rd quarter. Somersworth leads Laconia 9-0 in the Class I championship game.
What do I do for a living? It's pretty simple. I'm a painter and a locksmith. I'm a gardener A plumber.
The ball the last time they had it. Let's see if they can keep that offensive drive going. Of course, that's before they turn the ball over.
Yeah, the fumble put an end to that drive, but it was their best drive of the afternoon. Here is Jaguar. Jaguar to the 45, to the 46-yard line. Pickup of 8, maybe 9 yards on first down. Fine running that time by Scott Jaguar of Laconia High School. He is out across the 45. They put it down at the 46-yard line. You look at number 21, who carried the ball for the Sachems. In the huddle with quarterback Aaron Jones calling the play on 2nd and short. 2nd down and 2 as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Wide to the near side is Matt Geyer. Snyder is flanked to the far side. Jones to throw. Jones gets it away, looks for Snyder downfield. Oh, he had it and dropped it at the 30-yard line. He made the cut. The ball hit him. He hit the ground. The ball came loose. He's still on the ground as we watch it again.
Pinpoint passing. Talk about threading the needle. Aaron Jones, a perfect pass. I don't know how he found his receiver Snyder on this play, because that was great defense. Snyder could have had the ball, but again, that ball, folks, is so hard. In that cold weather, it's almost like catching a brick thrown at you. And Snyder looks like he probably...
he had the wind knocked out of him, is what it looks like from here. As they tend to him on the field inside the 30-yard line. As that ball was really thrown on the money by quarterback Aaron Jones. He threw it as Snyder was making his cut, cutting behind the defender. And actually, the ball was thrown by Jones before Snyder broke into the open. But by the time the ball got to Jones, he was in the open by a yard or two. He'll have to leave for a play as he is walking off the field under his own power.
Let's see if they do that big play of theirs, just hand the ball out to whoever right behind big number 78.
3rd down and a couple. Shoot and Geyer, the back split behind the quarterback Jones. They come to the near side with Geyer on the carry, spinning forward into the secondary, 1st down into Somersworth territory. A fine bit of running by Scott Jaguar of Laconia, and a 1st down for the Sachems.
Great blocking on that play by that front line. Check him out on the left side. Scott Fontaine, number 50. The last couple of plays been opening up the hole. Number 75, Robbie Curtis, and also Jason Meaden there at tight end. Great job that time. And a 1st down to Laconia now on the drive inside Somersworth territory. And they're finally doing the job on the ground. And they've had no problem so far in the second half running the football.
1st down, Sachems. Back split behind the quarterback, Aaron Jones. First man through his shoot to the 45, the 44-yard line, upended there. The stop on the play made by Somersworth High's Chris York. The nose guard for the Toppers was there to make the play defensively.
Jason Shute, number 29, he's 6 foot tall, 180 pounds, and Jim Fitzgerald calls him his rookie of the year. He'll be back for next year. He's only a junior. He has said he has come through in a big way for the Laconia offense, filling in as just a junior, and most of the time you have seniors playing that position.
Meade to the near side, Snyder to the far side. This is Jaguar, tries to get outside. He's inside the 40 to the 39, maybe the 38-yard line. No, they'll move it back to the 39. He's shy of the 1st down by about 3. Watch Scott Jaguar. Head to the outside, cut it up, look for that 1st down marker and fall short by 3 yards. It's 3rd down and 3 for the Sachems. The football sits inside the 40-yard line at the 39. They have to get to the 36. Wide to the near side is Matt Geyer on 3rd down. Jones to throw. Jones will keep it. Jones has a seam. Jones falls forward. He's close to the 1st down, but he's short of 1st down yardage by perhaps a yard. He is at the 37. They move it back to the 38, so he's 2 yards shy of a 1st down. Watch it again.
Aaron Jones looking pass all the way at 3rd and about 3 to go. Decides to cut back to the inside, saw a hole, but that hole closed up in a hurry. But he almost got the dive long enough to get the 1st down. That was very close. So the senior almost gets it done for Laconia. And, of course, 4th down in Somersworth territory. The Sachems with a big 0 on the scoreboard going for it.
Aaron Jones has him up to the line of scrimmage on 4th and short. They shift into punt formation. A flag down. The Toppers jump. Did they draw him again, or is it procedure? We saw it earlier in the game. 5 yards will be stepped off against Somersworth. They drew him into the penalty. 1st down for Laconia. They shifted into punt formation. Watch it again. The Sachems shift into punt formation. The Toppers jump offside. 5-yard penalty against Somersworth. 1st down for Laconia.
Somersworth just a little over anxious, but when it's 4th down and about a yard to go, you're getting ready, and right at the snap of that ball or any kind of movement, you're going.
Shoot on the carry. Shoot to the outside. Shoot to the 30, to the 25-yard line, maybe the 24. The Sachems of Laconia driving for their first score of the afternoon. They trail 9-0 over Somersworth in the Class I championship game. The last score we had on UNH and Villanova was Villanova 10, New Hampshire nothing. That was in the second quarter of their game down in Philadelphia this afternoon. Here's a 2nd down and 2 for Laconia. Jason Mead is wide to the near side. This is Shoot, tries to get to the outside as his feet come out from under him, and he lost a yard on the play as he tipped over backward at the 25-yard line. Loss of a half a yard, and the Wildcats of New Hampshire now trail 13-0.
Watch this run right here after slipping right back on his behind. Number 44, Eric Gilbert of Somersworth unloads. Damn it, that one hurt. Laconia, if you've noticed now, giving Somersworth some of its own medicine as they continue to keep the ball on the ground. Every play on this drive except one has been a running play.
Third quarter comes to an end. Let's give you a correct score in the New Hampshire game. It's Villanova 17, New Hampshire nothing in the second quarter. Our third quarter has come to an end. It is Somersworth 9, Laconia nothing. Fourth quarter action when we come back to Somersworth Memorial Field.
Folks, you're getting ready to watch the play of the game. The nose of the ball right on the goal line.
This is 4th down, goal to go. It's 9-0. Somersworth, Laconia needs to score. Aaron Jones, the quarterback. Straight ahead he goes, diving for the goal line. Still no indication from the officials. I have not seen an official give an indication yet. They're unpiling, they're unstacking. It is not a touchdown. The Toppers have held. Aaron Jones, the quarterback, on the keeper, went straight ahead and came up short.
What a monster play by that Somersworth defense. Wow, the ball right on the goal line. All they had to do, folks, was go an inch for a touchdown, and they couldn't do it. And now Somersworth, backed up against their own end zone, is calling a timeout.
That's because they just weren't ready to get the play off offensively in time. Although I'm not sure why the coach didn't take a delay penalty, because that ball couldn't go back any farther. It's right at the 1-inch line anyway.
We'd like to remind you, stay tuned for ABC Sports coverage of college football next right here on Channel 9. It's Washington and USC, a Pac-10 battle as they battle for the roses out on the West Coast. That's live next on WMUR-TV Channel 9. That will start at 3:30. And this is now coming up a very big play. You know, the touchdown, they didn't get the touchdown, Laconia, but right here, if they could somehow pull out a safety to put this score 9-2, they'd be a touchdown and an extra point away from a tie.
Well, that football 6 inches from that goal line as you look at it. I mean, it's right on the goal line from that angle.
I just, boy, how did he not get in that end zone that time? You know, the Laconia defense has been able to stop Somersworth here in the second half.
Spotting a football by officials is such an imperfect science, too. It's very arbitrary. But the officiating crew has done a great job here this afternoon. Very little complaining by either team. Very few penalty flags. It has been a well-played, well-officiated game. Now first down, Somersworth. 99.5 yards away. Handoff straight ahead, right at the goal line, coming out and wedging forward to the 5-yard line, close to the 5-yard line, behind good blocking of the offensive line. The ball carrier that time was, I think, number 45 for Somersworth. Carrying the ball was Chris Sarecchia.
You know, Sarecchia was stopped right at the goal line, but he just kind of fell forward and forced his way for a good 3-yard gain. And, boy, you know, Somersworth with the advantage here now. Laconia, again, the scoreboard clock is out, folks, so the Sachems really have no clue of how much time is left in this football game.
7:55 at the last timeout, we were told, so they're winding down from that point right now. Handoff and stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The Toppers in the backfield. Not much running room there. No gain on the play. And a third down play coming up. That was Chapman on the carry. 7 minutes even remaining in the fourth quarter. 9-0. Watch Chapman, the ball carrier. The hole closes in a hurry as they stack him up.
Another big play by this Laconia defense. They need to come up with one more. If they stop Somersworth here, they're going to get great field position again, probably the 30 or 40-yard line of Laconia. So here, another big play.
Third down play, handoff straight ahead into the secondary. And close to a first down, but I think he's shy of the first down. He is. That was the ball carrier, Pluff. Jason Pluff carrying. Fourth down coming up. Somersworth forced to kick, so Laconia did what they had to do. They held him on downs. And Castro comes into the game for Somersworth. He'll be forced to kick the ball away.
And let's see if he can unload another punt. He really needs to come through here. Last punt he had was about a 35, 40-yarder, and Hugo's really been a great punter for Somersworth this afternoon.
And he gets another good one away. This is Snyder at the 45, drops it, still drops it, lost it, and is covering it now inside Laconia territory at the 48-yard line, but Hugo Castro, a monster job of kicking the football.
Another 40-yarder. He boomed that punt, and again, folks, that ball is very hard and very cold, and to kick that ball that far is one quite job here by Hugo Castro, and he's been doing the job this afternoon.
All right, Laconia takes over 1st and 10. The ball is at the 49-yard line. Last time, Laconia took the ball down to the 1-inch line. And the Sachems were denied. First down, Laconia. Aaron Jones, the quarterback. Man in motion is shoot. The pitch to Jaguar, tries to get outside on the far side, is bumped out of bounds in front of the Laconia bench after a pickup of about 4 yards. Defensively, the play made by Somersworth's Eric Gilbert. Electricians frantically trying to wire up the scoreboard clock. Oh, we step over that cord, Jeffrey, and
we're going to fall in here. They got us roped in with a wire.
Feet here. Aaron Jones, the handoff, Jaguar. Jaguar stumbling, comes forward, shy of the 45-yard line. They'll spot him down at the 47. It's a third down play coming up for the Sachems. Third down for Laconia. They're going to plug it in. Watch out, gang. Here's what's going to happen. It's plugged in, and I don't see any lights on the scoreboard yet, so apparently that didn't work.
You got to really...
5 minutes to go in the football game.
You got to really think Laconia has to put the ball up in the air soon with only 5 minutes to go to get back in this football game.
Here's Jones. He throws it out to Jaguar. Jaguar down the far side has a first down, and he's bumped out of bounds inside the 40-yard line at the 38. A first down for the Sachems. So they came up with a big play on third down.
Big play by Gajera Jones right here as he gets the ball, and smart enough, he could have probably gained about 2 or 3 extra yards going forward, but he did the smart thing with 5 minutes to go in the football game, get out of bounds and stop that clock.
Well, they got the PA working anyway. Laconia with the ball, 1st and 10, 38-yard line. The pitch to Jaguar. Jaguar looks to cut it up. He's inside the 35, right at the 35-yard line and down. Defensively, the play made by Somersworth's Tony Faletra. Last score we had on New Hampshire was 17-0 Villanova. In Pennsylvania, in the big Yankee Conference clash, New Hampshire unbeaten in the conference going into today's game. Villanova had 1 loss. Aaron Jones to the line of scrimmage. Second down play, Jones to throw. Jones sprinting out to the left. Jones has a lot of room, throws downfield. It is a catch. It is a catch at the 20-yard line and a first down. Chris Snyder on the receiving end for Laconia High.
Now, that's something we have not seen a lot this afternoon, is somebody throwing the football in either one of these teams. And again, that's something the Somersworth had to do, was stop Jones from sprinting out, because he had a lot of room and plenty of time to throw. And Snyder coming up with a big reception. See, he's only had 2 or 3 today, and that's Laconia is going to have to continue to do that with 4 minutes to go.
4 minutes remaining in the football game. Ball at the 20-yard line. Laconia needs to score. They need to score quickly. And then they need to get the ball again. Clock is set in motion. Laconia has to move quickly. First down for the Sachems. Here they come up to the line of scrimmage. 9-0. Somersworth leading Laconia for the Class Side Championship in Somersworth. Aaron Jones rolls to his right. He's going to keep it. He's going to throw on the run. Has Snyder at the 5. Snyder touchdown from 20 yards. Aaron Jones to Chris Snyder, and the Sachems are right back in it. Watch it again as Jones, a little indecision on the part of the Sachem quarterback, starts to run, looks downfield, finds Snyder on the near sideline. Snyder takes it at the 5 and does the rest himself as he dances down the sideline, dives for the flag into the end zone.
That's the combination, and it worked twice. 2 big plays on that drive, one for the touchdown, one for a first down.
Meade's try for conversion is good. So the Sachems are on the board. 9-7 Somersworth, less than 4 minutes remaining in the game. And the Toppers will get the ball and try to run out the clock.
Something Aaron Jones had to watch on this play. He was almost past the line of scrimmage when he threw the football. Watch him come forward right here, just in front of the line of scrimmage, get the ball off to a wide open Snyder. Somehow they let Snyder get open here on the near sideline, and Chris, lightning speed, made the moves. And I think a lot of the Somersworth defensive players thought that Aaron Jones was going to keep the ball and run up the middle, and that's what happened. It came off the receiver, and Snyder was left wide open.
3 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in the football game, we're told from the field. It's 9-7. And let's see how Laconia approaches this. Will they try an onside kick? Will they squib it? Or will they kick it deep and turn it over to the defense? Meade to the football. Kicks it deep. Crombie. Flags fly. Whistles blow. Coaches are on the field, and we're waiting to see what's going on.
I think it was still, I don't see any flags. I think maybe it was just an official timeout here. Jimmy
Did
Keys.
Somersworth call a timeout before the ball was snapped? Before the kick, rather? He did, I guess. A very unusual timeout taken by Somersworth. Perhaps they did not have enough players on the field. But a timeout nonetheless. I don't know that I've ever seen a timeout taken before a kickoff like that.
You know, I think maybe Keys was trying to tell his Somersworth players to watch out for the onside kick maybe or something, but they did call a timeout, and that's very important if Laconia might happen to score if they get the ball back. Somersworth would be left, I think, with only 1 timeout here in the second half.
Well, they have 11 guys on the field. They have 12. Now they have 11. As they make some changes in their special teams. Coach Jim Keys out there directing traffic for this kick return team. They've got a bunch of ball handlers out there right now, as they do expect Laconia to try something, even though Laconia showed on the previous kick that they plan to kick it deep, with Meade putting his foot to the football. Number 20, Jason Meade, has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Back deep to receive the kick for Somersworth. Jason, you've got the quarterback, Kevin Strong, number 11. He's in on special teams coverage.
I think there's some confusion with how much time is left in the game. All the officials have their clocks and watches out, right? Just confirming, make sure they all have the same time.
Rob Gilmet is a defensive back who's back deep for Somersworth. The Toppers do not believe that Laconia is going to kick it deep. But Meade has it teed up. 3:32 remaining. Here's Meade to the football. He kicks it. It's down to the 20-yard line. Taken by Crombie. Crombie is hit down at the 25-yard line. So now it's up to the Laconia defense to get the ball back for the Sachems. The Toppers will try to run the clock out. Laconia has used 1 timeout that I can recall in the second half. 9-7 is our score in the Class I championship game, and it's getting nippy in Somersworth.
It's called, and this is the big thing now for Somersworth. They were able to run right up the gut of Laconia early on in the game, first half, but that big 3 of Fluff, Chapman, and Crombie haven't been able to do anything in the second half.
Here's Crombie straight ahead to the 30-yard line, just shy of the 30. 5-yard gain on first down. Clock moving. We're under 3 minutes in the football game. 5-yard gain on first down, 2nd down and 5. 3 minutes remaining in the football game. Here's the second down play. Chapman hit in the backfield and dropped. Nothing doing there. Big defensive surge by the Sachems. Loss on the play of a yard. Third down. 2.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's a very big third down play. 9-7 is our score. Somersworth leading Laconia. Third down for the Toppers. A first down, and they can just about run out the clock. They give off straight ahead. They'll not get it. The Sachems have held at the 30-yard line. Now Laconia will call a timeout to kill the clock. Laconia calls a timeout. They kill the clock. It's fourth down. Somersworth has to kick the ball back to the Sachems. We'll get a reading from the sideline as to how much time is left in the game. It's about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes perhaps, as the officials are conferring, and we'll get the information for you.
Again, the last score we had for you in the first half of that Villanova-UNH game, 17-0 Wildcats of Villanova. Our coverage of UNH football resumes next Saturday when the Rhode Island Rams visit Durham. That'll be a big ball game. Don't miss into the action. Begin with Coach's Corner at noon next Saturday on WMUR TV Channel 9. And let's cross our fingers and hope those UNH Wildcats can come back and score some points against Villanova. Now it's time to see what that Laconia offense can do and what the Somersworth defense is made of. What a turnaround, one half to another. It's been two totally different ball games. The first half, Somersworth dominated Laconia, running right up the gut, running right over him, and Laconia couldn't do anything in offense. Then we turn around to the second half where it's been all Laconia. Laconia has had no problem whatsoever moving the ball. They moved it all the way down to the goal line, couldn't punch it in at the 1 foot line, and then they came down and scored a touchdown. So Laconia, if the tide continues to go like we've seen it here in the second half, could run the ball here.
Chris Snyder stands back to await the punt from Hugo Castro. 1:58 remaining in the fourth quarter. The time being kept on the field. The scoreboard clock has not operated for the entire second half.
Now, you know, if Hugo Castro has ever had a big punt, this is his biggest one of the afternoon.
Let's see if the Sachems try to get it. Castro gets it away. Bounces at the 45. Snyder lets it roll. Takes a Somersworth roll inside the 35, down to the 30-yard line, to the 29-yard line. Hugo Castro has been a factor this afternoon. His field goal providing the margin of Somersworth's lead right now, 9-7. The Sachems of Laconia have to go 70 yards. The ball is at the 29-yard line. 1:55. The clock is in motion. The Sachems have to move quickly. They're in the huddle, talking it over right now. Here comes Aaron Jones to the line of scrimmage. First down, Laconia. Back split behind the quarterback. Jones on first down, looks, loops a pass out near side, incomplete, intended for shoot, overthrown. Incomplete at the 35-yard line.
Jones had shoot open for just a couple of seconds, and if he would have converted, that would have been a big play close to a first down. And Laconia, but the nice thing about it, that does stop the clock for the Sachems, the incomplete pass.
Second down and 10 at the 29-yard line. 9-7 Somersworth in the waning moments. Aaron Jones to the line of scrimmage. Matt Geyer wide to the near side. Snyder in a slot to the near side. Jones rolls to the near side. Throws to the far side and falling down after making the catch. And down immediately. The clock continues to move.
Check out the replay here. Laconia, nice fake here to the near side. Then they set up the screenplay, and this one could have gone for some major yardage. He had blockers out there that could have got him the extra yardage, but he slips and falls on that slick turf.
Timeout taken by Laconia, and let's go to an update to our Manchester studios and the Wildcats of New Hampshire and Villanova. Here's Mark Ockerblum in Manchester.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Villanova leading UNH 17-7 at the half in Philly in the first quarter. Wildcat QB Tom Colombo hooked up with Pat Friend for a 5-yard touchdown pass. They followed it with a field goal to lead 10-0 after one. Then in the second, a 10-yard touchdown run by Vernon Maxwell stretched the lead to 17-0. But with 14 seconds left before halftime, Matt Griffin hooked up with Barry Barassa for a 29-yard touchdown pass. UNH now trails at 17-7 at the break.